The night was calm and the valley glowed under a pale full moon. The tribe had gathered near the great fire that burned in the center of the clearing, its flames twisting and throwing orange light over the faces of the people. Tonight was not an ordinary night. It was a night of union, the ancient ceremony where two souls became one under the eyes of the spirits, the ancestors, and the gods of earth and sky. The men stood in a wide circle, their bodies painted with lines of ash and clay, carrying torches made from dried reeds soaked in oil. The women sat behind them, weaving flower garlands and singing the old songs that had been passed down for generations. The air smelled of smoke, honey, and wild herbs. From the shadows came the low beat of drums, slow, deep, and steady, like the heartbeat of the world itself. At the edge of the firelight, the young man stood tall. His body was marked with symbols of strength, lines of red ochre across his chest and a white streak down his arm. His name was Akar, a hunter of the northern woods known for his courage and quiet spirit. Across the fire stood Nara, the daughter of the tribe's healer. Her hair was braided with beads of bone and feathers of the nightbird, symbols of wisdom and peace. Her eyes shone with both fear and excitement, for this was the moment she had dreamed of since childhood. The elder of the tribe stepped forward, his back bent with age but his voice powerful. In one hand he carried a bowl made of stone, filled with water from the sacred river. In the other, he held a burning branch from the fire. He raised them both and spoke in the old tongue, words that none but he fully understood. The tribe fell silent. Even the drums stopped. Only the crackle of the fire could be heard. He called upon the spirits of earth to bless the couple with fertile soil beneath their feet, upon the sky to give them rain, upon the fire to keep their hearts warm, and upon the wind to carry away their quarrels. As he spoke, the people repeated the last words of every line, a chorus of faith echoing through the trees. Two of the elders came forward and led Akar and Nara closer to the fire. They were handed a long strip of woven grass. Together they wrapped it around their wrists, binding their hands as one. The elder dripped a few drops of river water on the binding, whispering that their blood, breath, and fate would now flow together. Then he drew a mark of ash across their foreheads, a line joining their brows, symbolizing that their thoughts would be one, their paths united. The drums began again, faster this time. The people clapped and sang. Nara's friends placed a crown of wildflowers upon her head, while Akar's companions gave him a carved wooden spear, not a weapon, but a symbol that he must protect, not fight. The fire burned brighter, as if the gods themselves were watching. The elder gestured for them to walk around the fire. They circled it 7 times, once for each element of life, earth, fire, water, wind, moon, sun, and spirit. With every round, the tribe shouted blessings, tossing grains of barley and dried petals into the flames. Sparks rose into the night sky like golden stars. When they completed the final circle, the elder raised his hands and declared them bound. Akar lifted his hand, still tied to Nara's, and together they touched the firelight with their palms, close enough to feel the warmth, but not the pain. This act meant that they had chosen each other not by command, but by will. The crowd erupted in joy. The drums thundered, flutes sang, and dancers moved around them in spirals. Children threw flower petals, and the old women ululated with high voices that echoed through the valley. The young couple sat together by the fire, and food was brought, roasted meat, honey cakes, and fermented fruit drink. Everyone ate from the same bowls, a sign that the tribe shared one heart. As the night deepened, stories of old marriages were told, of warriors and healers, of lovers who became stars, of couples who walked the rivers of the afterlife hand in hand. The elder blessed them one last time, saying, "When the fire burns low, remember this flame. When the storms rise, remember the river. And when your hearts grow silent, remember tonight." Later, when the songs faded and the people slept, Akar and Nara walked to the sacred river. They dipped their joined hands in the cold water, washing away the ash and clay, leaving only the mark of the woven grass. The moon shimmered on the surface, and for a moment it seemed as if the world itself was breathing with them. That night, 2 souls became one under the stars, and though centuries would pass and languages would change, the memory of that ancient marriage, of fire, earth, and love, would live in the stories told around every hearth, wherever people still believed in the bond of hearts that even time cannot break.